So just scrying the name of my holy guardian angel. And it did take me 2 times to scry this. And I'm feeling 2 things at once right now. One is my holy guardian angel sort of wrapped himself around me, almost like a onesie suit, but then he's also sort of projecting out, and this is sort of more of the heavenly part. So he's sort of drawing a distinction between the part of him that is interfacing very directly with me, which is much closer to an earthbound level, whereas the parts, the heavens which dwell within him, as it were, the heavenly part of him is sort of taking me up. And he had requested that I do this mainly to let me know that to sort of impress upon me the number of tutelary spirits to whom he to my tutelary spirits to whom he reports, as it were, interacts with. So I'm seeing some vaguely archonic, you could call them archangelic and higher levels of angels, very large, very, if you imagine like those very huge statues, like something you might see carved into a cliff face, you could imagine something like that tall. Just sort of one is very much showing himself as Egyptian, and the rest are sort of showing themselves, it's hard to describe. They're not taking on a form right now, but they're very large. And he's just showing me about 6 or 7 very large ones who are, each of them is sort of trying to come at me from like a different dimension almost. If you imagine like, left, right, up, down, forward, backward. And then in additional dimensions, that if you've ever looked at a video that shows a rotation in a 4th dimension, but they're all sort of trying to come at like my heart as like a 0 point from these various angles. And they're really trying to show and open up this big door. So there's a lot going on that Poltavens kind of wanted to show me. And so he's opening up this door, and, through these various, very large angelic, and they're showing me just vast hosts. Before I move on to the next part of this vision, they're just showing me very vast hosts of angels who report to them. And even though they, or rather, they are tutelary spirits for me, but also for other people, because they have that level of ability to see at once and simultaneously, work with various entities. But they're showing me just each one of them has thousands and tens of thousands of angels ready to assist if needed. So it's a very large, it's like if you could imagine like the biggest battle scene where they're trying to show this vast field of people, it's way larger than that. It goes on for miles. You need the CGI artists at a certain point because you could never afford all the extras. So now they're having shown me this, and just the that I'm grateful that they've shown themselves to me. They're saying names not now, but later on at another point, perhaps. So they're opening this door to me, and they're showing me, it's like I'm looking up at a night sky, and I'm turning around, and it's sort of like I'm seeing Earth from space, but I'm also very much sort of bound to it. So it's sort of like, I'm projected in size, and I can sort of see the vastness of the universe. And they're trying to show that, you know, for an angel to like come down to earth and to really interface with a person, it's very much like they need to take that collectivity of the cosmos and manage to focus it down, you know, so that it can interact. They're saying that an angel who's capable of doing this almost has to go through an alchemical process in order to unite or interface properly with a human being. So they're saying that for those people who do take the process to do the alchemy, the angels are also doing their own heavenly alchemy, as it were. And so, you know, just bearing that in mind, that it is something that is no small feat on their part to be able to interact with human beings like this. So, so this is something I'm very grateful for. I'm very grateful to the angels who have shown themselves to me. I'm asking if there's anything else. And I'm just feeling a very light feeling. And they're saying for me to proceed on to the next vision of my consort. And just having me pause for a bit. It almost feels like there's more that needs to be said. And I can't quite tell if they want this to be said in private to me. I'm feeling like very much like I'm on a knife's edge here right now. And the way I'm putting it to them, it's like they're hesitating. The way I'm putting it to them is whatever will do the most good, that's what I am about. So if they want me to share this publicly, then I will. And they're deciding not to. Okay, so that's fine. They are going to share it after I stop the video, so thus ends the public portion of this vision.